Hey there, folks. Welcome. So today we will be discussing the unit ladder, the primary focus and most important thing that we will cover in your first quiz. The unit ladder, although it looks very scary, is very simple. It's just a way to either use names or numbers to determine a quantity of a certain thing. So some of you might have heard of the word kilogram or micrometer. These are just ways to express quantities without actual numbers. So a kilogram is 1,000 grams because kilo is 1,000. Micrometer is a really small quantity of a measurement. So it's 10 to the negative 6. So if you guys know exponents or your math, it's a decimal with 5 zeros and a 1 at the end. That is a micrometer. So all you need to know is how to go up and down this ladder depending on which words that will be given in problems, and just to know how to simply move the decimal over to the left or over to the right. For example, if you guys happen to look at your first note, your notes from week 2, one of the big questions that you will see is convert 43.55 gigabytes to megabytes. Typical kind of memory thing that you would see like on your cell phone, on your computer. You guys are young and you guys are too young, but I'm old enough to remember when MP3 players were a thing, iPods, iPod Nanos, that kind of thing. They're measured in terms of memory. So the key to solving this problem is to recognize the prefixes, the words, and which exponent they correspond to. So in our problem, we have giga, which if you look at your chart, is 10 to the 9th. And we want to go to mega, which if you look at your chart again, is 10 to the 6th. This chart is available on Schoology, folks, so I don't expect you guys to remember this in class, to memorize it. So, steps are very simple. Step number 1, are we moving up or down the ladder? So if we're starting here and we're going to giga, to mega, we are going down. So we are going down the ladder. Very important to remember. The only thing you guys have to remember is if we go down the ladder, we move the decimal to the right. And if we go up the ladder, we move the decimal to the left. And if you don't see a decimal, for example, in number 337, if you don't see it, the decimal is always at the end. It can always be assumed to be there, just for a little future reference. All right, let's proceed. So we're going down the ladder. That means that we're moving our decimal to the right. So how far do we move it? How far we move it depends on our little exponent. We're at 9, and we're going to 6. So from 9 to 6, or 9 minus 6, or the difference between 9 and 6, however you want to say it, is 3. 3 spaces, 3 numbers, whatever you want to say. So we're going to, if we're going down the ladder, we move the decimal to the right 3 spaces. So 43.55 gigabytes. You can abbreviate with a big G. Move the decimal over 1, 2, 3, becomes 43,550, or 43,550 megabytes. That's it. That's all it takes. Recognize the prefix or the word in front, giga, mega. Sometimes you'll only see the little symbol. If it's a big symbol, it's on the top of the ladder. If it's a little letter, it's on the bottom of the ladder. Determine if you're moving up or down. Where do you start? Where do you end? So that tells you which way to move the decimal. And then lastly, how many spaces that you determine from the exponents. That's it.